we have some big breaking news also coming in. This is related to the Delhi tragedy because the Chief Secretary's report on the killings, literally murder. This is not a tragedy, not a mishap, murder which took place in the national capital. And that report really is citing violations, blatant violations, and in detail their reasoning why these three young lives, these three children really could not escape, they couldn't survive. Now they say, first of all, what does the report say? The report says that the water level of road and basement was the same and the institute had literally blocked the drainage system. No extra safeguard was taken by the center. There was no vigil on part of the security staff. The reason for flooding is what needs to be probed further. We have Ankit who's joining us live from the newsroom. He has more details on the same. Yes, Ankit, over to you.
So here's what was found to be amiss, Meenakshi. So first of all, this road was notified as a commercial street. As such, most of the properties have been converted to commercial establishments. For the sake of convenience, the property users have constructed ramps over the entire width of the plot, thereby blocking the entry of storm water during rains into the existing drainage system. Second, the property owners have covered the existing built-up section drainage system by putting granite, marble, kota stones. The opening in shape of manhole over the drain hole system have also been covered with finishing items, thus leaving no scope for cleaning of the drains. 3. The profile of the road from Shankar Road to Pusa Road is in a saucer shape with lowest point in front of Rau's Coaching Institute. During peak rains, water accumulates in the stretch of 200 feet and whenever vehicles pass through this stretch, there is a huge splash of water which aggravates the situation. The plinth level of this property is also lower in comparison to the adjoining properties. And last, in case of intense rain, due to profile of the road, entire water accumulates in this region and the water which was supposed to enter into the stormwater drain and then to barrel pushes towards the parking area. This coaching institute has completely blocked the drainage system and has also not taken additional safeguard to meet such eventualities. So they covered the drains, they covered the manhole, they built their finishing touches of their plinth and their kota. On top, the road is also shaped like a saucer. Anyway, water was to accumulate there and really there was no safeguard, and whatever safeguard was there was also done away with by the coaching center, is what this report has found.
Absolutely, and flagrant violations, blatant lapses highlighted in this report. Thank you, Ankit, for taking us through the details of the same. Priyank is also live with us. Priyank is the one who has accessed this exclusive piece of information and also accessed the report. Priyank, we just took a look at the highlights from the report. If you could really take us, through what the report exactly says, what it exactly means, especially when we speak on the part of this coaching institute, the lapses which were done by the coaching institute, which led to these three lives being lost.
See, there are two aspects of this particular report. It's a 104-page report, Meenakshi, which we have got. And this is a report which has several hierarchies. Like the DM has submitted this report to the Chief Secretary, and Chief Secretary later on handed over this report to the Aam Aadmi Party ministers. Because the war of word which is happening in between both the sides, putting the onus on each other, is a very important thing to be seen. But if you see the report is certainly not giving any kind of laxity on the government official side. It is only citing about what was done wrong from the Rau Institute, which is an IAS preparation institute where this incident happened. But later in this report, there is also mentioned that when the Honorable High Court took suo motu cognizance of the death of the student which happened inside a coaching institute in Mukherjee Nagar, there was a notice which was sent to this particular institute on which they replied on the 8th month of July, in July 2023, where Rau's coaching institute also got a clearance from the fire department. So when the fire department and these NOCs were being renewed at that particular time, why wasn't this thing being seen on the ground? Now the thing what is happening, that the government officials' onus has been shifted to another officer. This is what the report is citing of. All eyes are there on the MHA inquiry report, which will be a compiled data of the police and the government officials' report, and that will be talking about the larger aspect which need to be taken, which need to be considered considered with respect to this particular incident which has happened, which has taken life of 3 innocent people. So that inquiry report will come up with the exact data, what need to be done, what should have been done. But so far as this particular report is concerned, it is certainly highlighting the norms which were flouted by Rau's Institute, but it is certainly not highlighting that who were these individuals who were shielding them. Because Meenakshi, basically you have to understand that these are the institute which has been taking out IAS and IPS officers since 1953. So there is a bureaucratic shield which is being given to these institutes. That's why they have been operating like this.
Well, you're right. You know, Priyank, the eyes now will be on the amateur report. The question really is about accountability, about possible patronage, and all those angles will be explored in the coming days as the probe also, goes ahead.